Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. The 10 most common budgeting mistakes to avoid. So make sure to watch the full video. Creating a budget is an essential step towards achieving financial stability and reaching your long-term financial goals. It provides a clear roadmap for managing your income, expenses, and savings, allowing you to make informed financial decisions and take control of your financial future. However, even with the best intentions, many people fall into common budgeting mistakes that can hinder their progress and make it challenging to stay on track. In this video, we will explore the 10 most common budgeting mistakes and offer insights on how to avoid them. By understanding these pitfalls and implementing effective strategies, you can maximize the benefits of budgeting and improve your financial well-being. 10. Not writing your budget. Despite your best efforts, budgeting is not something you can do in your head. If your budget isn't written down, you can spend more each month. Even if you think you know your budget well, your expenses or other aspects of your budget may change or be forgotten. Writing your budget is an important part of achieving your financial goals. Whether you're creating your first budget using a budget template, an online tool, or on paper, the first step to budget success is to create a plan. Chances are, once written, you'll be more likely to stick with it. 9. Not keeping up with your spending. Some people have a hard time keeping track of their spending. When trying to stick to a budget, it's important to pay attention to where your money is going. You can create financial goals and wish lists, but your budget is worthless without keeping track of where your money is spent. Listing your daily expenses in different expense categories is a good starting point. Whether it's a small purchase like office candy or a big one like a new computer, take note. Tracking your spending is the best way to better control your budget and finances. 8. Setting unrealistic financial goals. Your budget is a tool to help you achieve your goals, but the tool can only do what you tell it to do. If you keep your savings or spending too low, it can land you in financial trouble. Aiming too high can cause you to lose control of your budget. Think realistically and spend your money the best you can. Make sure you have it around when creating your budget. Your friend may spend less than you, and that's okay. Budgets are not for everyone. Creating a budget tailored to your needs will help you easily manage and stay within your budget. 7. Forgetting to track expenses once. If you forget to track expenses once, your budget may be wrong. Some examples might include birthday gifts, haircuts, annual insurance payments, home repairs, and holidays. This mistake can be easily avoided if you spend every month and remember any unusual expenses on your calendar. Consider using a small annual plan or monthly report to keep track of your spending and due dates. This way, you can keep all of your life's finances in one place. Your calendar or planner will help you keep track of when your bills are due. 6. Not preparing for emergency expenses. Even if you spend good money on all your daily expenses, if you don't leave room for emergency expenses, it can send you capital goes into a big cycle. If there is no suitable arrangement for these planned expenses, you will be added to your expenses. Build an emergency fund so you can have security for unexpected expenses. When setting up an emergency fund, it is recommended to save 3 to 6 months on living expenses. That way, if you lose your job, have a home accident, or experience another emergency, you can still support yourself financially. Start each month by withdrawing a small amount from your checking or checking account and sending it to an emergency account. 5. Don't forget to plan your entertainment. Having a budget doesn't mean you have to compromise on entertainment. While entertainment can be emotional, the costs that come with it can be planned ahead. Consider adding a day or two of happy hour to your budget. This way, you can spend a day or weekend with your friends without financial stress later on. Eliminating entertainment altogether will make you hate budgets without purpose. Instead of expensive excursions, you can try to replace them with these activities that will keep you alive and keep you on track. Discuss with friends or any other important plans you need money from. When the time comes, you will know exactly how much money you can spend. 4. Frustration when your budget is not enough. The budget helps you manage your spending and your spending in the long run. If you don't see any change in your finances, you may not be spending enough time on your budget. While it's hard to stick to a tight budget, don't despair. Many people fail to do better and more. Just be sure to be realistic and track your spending. You have to find a way to have fun. If you see it working, it will always work. Stick to your budget, but adjust as needed. If your new method isn't working well for you, ask a friend whose method works for them. There are also budgeting programs that can help make budgeting easier. 3. Not reducing debt. It will not be the same if people increase their income to meet their additional expenses. Therefore, you can find other ways to fix or improve the problem. While it may not be easy at first, it's important to cut down on different expenses, so you don't go over your budget. Think of everything you spend each month. What expenses can be reduced? Once you've decided which part of your budget you need to cut back on or eliminate altogether. For example, if you spend a lot of money on food each month, try to find new ways to save money on food. Keep in mind that there will be fixed expenses such as housing or other reduced monthly expenses. 2. Don't fix your budget breakdown. If you find yourself constantly failing to run your budget, take a step back and look at all the problems. Do you spend the most each month? Don't you update your budget every month? Do you know how much you can earn if you have more than one business or income? Are you budgeting as a pre-tax paycheck rather than a take-home pay? Maybe you haven't found a financial plan that fits your lifestyle. Your budget should be realistic and flexible. Focus on identifying the problem and then solving specific budgeting issues. Be aware of your spending and watch out for spending errors. It's okay if you have to start from scratch a few times to get it right. 1. Don't automate paying bills. An easy way to avoid missing an invoice and stay within your budget is to spend as much money as possible. The last thing you want is to miss deadlines and fall behind your budget, because you're not prepared for late fees or other charges. When you take the stress out of remembering to pay, you also take the stress out of forgetting to pay your bill. You can start an automatic process by recording all your invoices from utilities to credit cards. Then try paying directly, if possible. Most, if not all of your spending, can be transferred through your online account. While setting up automation is a great way to streamline your finances, you need to make adjustments from time to time as your spending changes. You don't need to think about the biggest spending mistake. Now you can focus on truly tracking your spending so you know exactly where your money is going. It's important to remember that even if you don't stick to your budget, you can adjust your spending plan and try again. Avoiding common budgeting mistakes is crucial for achieving financial stability and success. By tracking your expenses, accounting for irregular expenses, and being realistic about your living costs, you can create a solid foundation for effective budgeting. Prioritizing savings, setting achievable goals, and addressing debts will help you stay on track and make progress toward financial freedom. Regularly reviewing and adjusting your budget, along with maintaining discipline and consistency, are vital for long-term success. Remember, budgeting is a continuous process that requires dedication and adaptability. By avoiding these common mistakes and implementing smart budgeting strategies, you can take control of your finances, achieve your financial goals, and build a solid foundation for a secure future. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go.